I think even End Times Teacher would say it's very clear, that we're, in the stepping stone progression towards that being fulfilled in our lifetime, and not just in our lifetime, like today, like it could happen literally any time. And I think in one of his comments, he said roughly, again, he's not specific about anything, which is his job in the next couple of years, is his best prediction, for the microchip. And so, we're not that far off on timelines. It's not like he's not saying like it's 20 years down the road. So I'm not speaking out against him on that, which some Christians were like, whatever, there is no end times, or he keeps asking me to comment on somebody who thinks that the end times have already happened or something like that. That's like, to me, there's no point in even talking about that. It's literally like, let me talk about the Kardashians. It's the same thing. Hey, what do you think about the Kardashians? It's like, that's the same opinion I have for people like the Plain Truth, who's a preterist, who thinks that the entire Bible's already been fulfilled. We might as well just talk about like Kim, Chloe, and Courtney or whatever. It's like, it's the same thing. And so that's how little I care about that kind of stuff. Again, I listen to people like End Times Teacher, and even like, people like Mark Sargent and even Arwin, like they're spiritual people, and so even Good Servant, who I make fun of all the time, they're spiritual people, they have some amount of truth. They care about spiritual things. And so an End Times Teacher just happens to know a lot about the Bible. I would say more than a majority of people on this earth. In fact, I could only list maybe like people that I know somewhat, not even like personally, but that I know, like maybe 30 people, that know the Bible as well as he does. And so that's not a big group of people, considering to me, like the Bible is like, literally on a loudspeaker telling us like, hey, take me seriously. And then there's 30 people that I know that know the Bible as well as End Times Teacher. To me, that again is proof that the Bible's true. But so that's why, I listen to what he says, and a lot of it's like comedy and funny, but he's a spiritual person, I would just say just like myself. And so, but on the point of changing doctrines, okay, so I always want to change my doctrine, because again, he doesn't understand that Christ is the truth, or he calls him Yahushua is the truth. That's a spirit. And so if we think of a soul in our body, and then we are going towards God, we don't walk towards God. Like we can't like, oh, God's over there. And Christ even says this, don't look around for God. It's going to be up. And so we draw